Well, they're usually around there when we have foreign objects in here.
Coach, any changes to the way you run camp this year? Any tweaks?
Nah, I mean, there's always small ones. Nothing out of the ordinary, really. I mean, I've been happy with the way camps went the last few years. So, these guys, we got so many old guys. We've talked a bunch about 3 and 4 and 5 year guys, so they kind of got a pretty good idea of what's expected of them in camp, and as long as the effort's good and we maintain health and all that, then we'll be good. It's different this year because we only got 13 practices before school starts. I've had games before school starts. We got 13 practices of camp, and then school starts where it gets reduced down to 20 hours a week. We're probably going to keep them up here and work them a little bit harder, just based on the fact that there's only 13 days of camp. So, I don't know what that means, whether it's good or bad.
Would that be a bigger problem if you weren't as?
I don't know.
Experienced?
I mean, I've went back and forth on it. I think we'll end up being fresher for that first game if we don't kill each other in the meantime. If going at each other for 5 weeks is an awful long time. So I think we'll be fresher. Do we get as much work in or not? I don't know.
Do you have all your signees on campus that you expected to be here?
No. Jaquiz Adams is a non-qualifier. He's going to prep school. Hopefully we get him at mid-semester. He was close enough to where he's not going to go to junior college. So he's the only one that's been ruled out. Jovan Durante and Rasul Douglas have not been cleared yet. We anticipate they will very soon. So that's a day-to-day thing.
Jovan or Tariq?
Both. Jovan.
Okay.
Tariq's here, but Jovan and Rasul are working some things out.
You've been complimentary of what Mike Joseph and the strength staff has done. With that said, how different do these guys look heading into camp?
Yeah, I think our bodies look pretty good. I really do. I mean, I think Mike's one of the best in the business. He's doing a fabulous job for us, him and his staff, and our guys feel good. We're healthy. There's nobody on the injury report. There's 103 guys here, and everybody's cleared, ready to go. So, we're in as good a shape, and we're as deep and as experienced as we've been in 5 years.
Speaking about your depth,
the only other roster situations, Russell Hyatt James is no longer with us. He's been dismissed, and wish him the best of luck.
speaking to your depth, do you think it's been a benefit to the offense and the offensive guys this year to go against that defense every day
Oh,
in
yeah.
practice, knowing that the defense is so deep and so experienced?
Well, we want them to get better.
Right.
By no means have they figured out that they can write books about defense at this point. We gave up way too many yards, way too many points. We got very few turnovers. So there's plenty of games where if we played better defensively, then we win. With that said, a lot of experience coming back, and those guys are confident. Those guys are look good, feel good. Second year in the system with all the coaches coming back. I think we're going to get to the point where we can say that. I don't think we can say that at this point, but I think we have a chance to get to the point where we can say that. And yes, it will help the offense tremendously. There's no question.
And how do you break down crisp practice time and
it's the only thing that's scripted is quarterback reps. He'll get 50% of the second team quarterback reps. So when he's not in there taking those quarterback reps, I could throw him in there at any point. So he'll rep with the ones at running back and receiver. He'll rep with the ones at the twos at running back and receiver when he's not taking the quarterback reps.
Yeah.
So nothing scripted. I want to throw him in and see if he can handle it.
have you ruled him out at all on punt returns?
Oh no, you'll see him out there in a minute. You'll see him here in 5 minutes catching punts. See, you guys can go ahead and write this because this is the greatest topic you like writing about. We caught punts for 25 minutes pre-practice. And we're going to catch them for another 10 minutes here in about 5 minutes. After we do the turnover circuit, which we need turnovers, which defense is working on the turnover circuit right now. We need to protect the ball, which offense is working on protecting the ball. We'll do that for about 6 minutes, and then we'll go to field and punts for 10 minutes. And working on Nick punting the ball where he needs to punt the ball. That will fix all our problems, and we should win a national championship based on fixing those things.
Coach, having Carl Joseph again is a big contributor this year. How much does he help the defense, and especially the guys who are not necessarily young but going into the starting lineup?
Oh man, you can't replace the experience that he's got. I think he's got somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,300 snaps under his belt right now. So leaving here was around 4,500 snaps. I mean, that's probably hardly ever been done in college football. So yeah, I mean, you can't replace that. And he's going to help a lot of the young safeties. We got, you know, him and KJ both have played a bunch, and we got a lot of young guys underneath them that help bring those guys along.
How do you explain the success over the years you've had bringing wide receivers in? Has it been, I mean, are they just, is it talent, is it teaching, is it system?
Probably a little bit of everything, you know. I mean, you can't teach some of the guys to run real fast or be real big or be real strong. There's surely a developmental aspect of it that exists by the way we practice. There's a lot of balls in the air, and there's a lot of guys catching. There's a lot of guys running routes. These guys are exhausted at the end of the day. I think we know what we're doing when it comes to teaching technique, and then there's a confidence level that needs to exist between me, the receivers, and the quarterback. And I got an open line of communication to you know, trust them and what they say and how we can get them the ball.
What do you condense quarterback reps?
When guys emerge, I got to get 3 ready, you know, so I'm not going to rep 4 today, I'm going to rep 3. And then tomorrow I rep, you know, a different one or a different 2. They got to emerge, they got to separate themselves at some point, and you just got to make decisions.
So speaking of reps, the wide receiver position, you know, Kevin White's gone, Mario's gone. You know, you got Shorts back, Gibson. Has anybody, you know, are you looking forward to having them back? Is it a challenge at the receiver position this year, knowing that White and Gibson are gone, and you lose that experience?
Has it been a challenge in the past?
No.
So we got 8 bodies out there. I'm looking forward to getting out there and coaching. Some of those guys look as good right now as I've coached. So that's the least of my worries. Let's catch punts and quit turning the ball over and get some turnovers, right?
Dean, any position changes?
Dante Angus is going to try offensive line.
Okay.
He's 6'6", 320, so he's big, you know, and he's not ready to play by any means. So, you know, maybe 2 years from now at O-line he'll be what we want him to be because of what he looks like. Other than that, that's it.
Lindsey and Big East.
He's Lindsey's running around here somewhere. He's on the physical, unable to perform list. That's all I'm going to say about that. Big East is out there somewhere.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Good.